Hey guys, Ryan here, Movie Maverick from Instagram and Facebook, a Movie Maverick from Twitter, and I'm here to talk about Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan's 10th film, and will definitely go on to becoming one of my all-time favorites, as per usual with him. I'm a big fan, as you can probably tell, but this movie shook me. This movie shook me on an emotional level, and actually a literal level, because it's a technical achievement in filmmaking, especially through IMAX. I managed to check it out in IMAX and 70mm, and it is phenomenal. Absolutely no stranger to using this format, Christopher Nolan finally gets to use the most he possibly can. I believe the film is like 75% shot with IMAX cameras. And not only is it breathtaking, but it actually serves the story. This story is actually a tight-knit thriller about a key event that happens during the Battle of Dunkirk in France, where the Allies, the British, French, and Dutch troops, are actually pushed back by Nazi Germany. They are forced to try to evacuate, but under certain circumstances, ships cannot be brought out to them, so over 400,000 men are stranded on the beach, basically just awaiting their impending defeat. The movie is an ensemble with multiple characters, basically focusing on three stories going on around the same time. One being a group of young soldiers trying to get out, what remaining air force the British troops have in the sky, and another story being civilians taking it upon themselves to just go out and try to help and save any survivors they possibly can find. Really powerful stuff. And again, like I mentioned earlier, all of this is told in a tight, really intense thriller. It's very unique for a war film. I mean, there's no downtime to stop and talk about, their loved ones back home and things like that. It is just from beginning to end, just a non-stop, visceral experience. I mean, if there's any CG in the movie, I didn't see any of it because there's so much practical and amazing, realistic stunt work that happens in this movie that just, it's shocking. And in true unconventional fashion from Christopher Nolan, the movie doesn't set up its characters in the beginning like a typical war movie would do. You actually feel for the characters through their plight. Best way to put it is you don't really learn a lot about them, but you learn what type of human being they can become during something like this. And that being said, all the actors were great. I mean, from Kenneth Branagh to Cillian Murphy to Mark Rylance they were fantastic. And of course, I can't forget about good old Tom Hardy, who plays one of the fighter pilots, who basically steals the show. Just see the movie to find out why. And of course, a good Christopher Nolan movie wouldn't be complete without a great score from Hans Zimmer, and this one is definitely fantastic. He's very atmospheric, as his style is, and some really scary stuff. I mean, at times it even seemed like a horror movie. I used to listen to Hans Zimmer's scores quite a bit, and there's some tracks I'll probably be able to listen to on this one, but for the most part, oh man, like some really, really cool stuff, but that's not surprising coming from Hans Zimmer. He likes to experiment a lot, just like his director, Nolan, who, that's why they work together. So without a shadow of a doubt, I do recommend this movie. See it large, see it in IMAX. As I said before, it is made for it. It's incredible. Alright guys, thank you so much for listening. Do me a favor and hit a like below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.